Mornings, I journal in the mornings, and I started before I hopped on here because I just wanted to write down how I'm going to approach today with my goal of not eating any sugar. But I always like to stop and just take a bit of a breath together. So if you're sitting somewhere comfortably, even if you're lying down or you're standing, just kind of ground yourself, right? And just take a second. Sometimes I put my hand on my heart and just breathe in. I like to hold it. And then just a slow exhale. It's nice, isn't it? I'll do that a couple times before I start to write, before I start to exercise, and it just kind of makes me go, slow down, get in the moment, right? But today, I'm glad you're looking forward to the recipes. And good morning, Katie. How are you all? Here is what we're going to do today. Like I mentioned, I already grocery shopped for all of this because I've been recipe testing along the way to share the recipes with you. But at 4 o'clock today, I'm going to get on and I'm going to show you actually how to make the country captain's base recipe. Yay, Paula, congratulations. And I'm going to make one of the marinades for you too, so that if you haven't done anything yet or you're nervous to get started with the cooking, I got you, okay? It's going to be super simple cooking. And like I said, once you master a couple of these recipes, the rest is going to get so much easier. But the things I want you to think about today and why I want to connect in the mornings is for you to just take a moment right now and say to yourself again, which habit you're going to change. Go first. I'm saying it out loud. I am giving up refined sugar. You can say however you want. Like quit sounds hard. Letting go of. I'm letting go of refined sugar. I am giving up, saying goodbye to refined sugar. And then the next thing I did for today is I thought about where the pitfalls can happen and how I want to counteract those, right? So here are some examples for me of where things get difficult if I haven't thought through it. Breakfast, right? If I'm at home right now, I already have the yogurt and the nuts and the seeds and the berries that I want to have a great breakfast and a great start to my day. Here I'm on the road and I've already planned to go get a bye-bye sugar. I'm going to get a savory breakfast at this restaurant that is really delicious and good for me. It's not like restaurant food like eggs, bacon, and pancakes. It's like delicious natural ingredients, and their breakfast items are really just different. It's more like brunch, right? But they have I know they have trendy quinoa bowls and things like that, but from what I remember last time, I did something that was like poached eggs and greens and all the protein I needed, and it was delicious. That's one. Another time where I run into problems, I'm driving today for 4 hours, God willing, less than 4 hours. But if you're hungry or tired on the road, what do I have to eat and drink, right? My biggest go-to when I'm on the road and I stop for gas, peanut M&Ms every time. I didn't yesterday, but that's what I stop to when I'm like, oh, I need some protein, but I want some sugar, right? So, man, what a great idea. So today I know that I've got snacks in my car. I've got my breakfast figured out. When I get home, I'm having a late breakfast, so I'm going to do lunch. And I will probably do lunch. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably make bunches of what I'm doing for the class for you guys at 4 o'clock today. So I'll double up on those things and I'll eat some of it ahead of time, and then I'll have it for dinner as well. And then here's the one thing I like to think about, you guys. My other low point is like at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I want to sleep and I want to eat sugar or drink caffeine, right? I'm okay with the caffeine if I have a good snack to go with it. My snack today will probably be, you know what I do? So old school. This is probably the most processed thing I would get. But if I have an apple with peanut butter, I do that. You can do celery and peanut butter if you like that, or almond butter, right? I'd probably do that for a snack today so that I get a little bit of sweet, but I get the fiber with it. And then I get the peanut butter and protein as well, right? So I think through my snack, and then how am I going to feel tonight when I do this? You know, like let's say 7 o'clock. I eat dinner early. I'll eat really early since I'm cooking for you guys tonight. How am I going to feel? I'm going to feel amazing. And what am I going to do when I get to that point at 7 o'clock where I say to myself, oh, should I have some sugar, or should I have like the second dinner? Didn't Taco Bell say the fourth meal? Sometimes I'll like, do something, even though I'm not really hungry, I'll like make popcorn or have a snack on the couch. Um, I, if in doubt, I'm going to go to bed. That's the other thing. Just go to sleep. Just go to bed, read a book, watch a show. Just tell your body I'm done for the day, right? And stop. That's what I like to do. And it's like, just give yourself permission to say, I made it through the day, and that's it. Okay. And then what we'll do is tomorrow morning, we'll see how it went for everybody. Like in the mornings, we can really talk about like, how did it go for you? And you guys are welcome to add your comments or ask questions like how it went for everybody else. I'll keep myself honest by sharing with you every day how it went. One of my little things also, if you want to write down the things that you do well or set a timer for a couple times during the day to just check in with yourself. This place where I'm staying has amazing turn down service and they have the best chocolates. And I got to my room last night and I was like, I don't need the chocolate. That's kind of like a small little win for me. Not that I don't believe in treating myself, right? But if the whole thing is for me to get rid of sugar to see if it makes me feel better, then I need to do it, right? So we start today, friends. What else? Does anybody else have questions about? You can ask me anything you want about getting started with this wellness workshop. I'm so excited to be doing this with you because did you know it takes about 28 days to change a habit? Yeah, you know what, Debbie, I'm with you on that. A lot of people, when they quit drinking, I know, they're like, if you like to drink every night and you have that ritual of like, you drink at dinner or you like want to have a drink after the kids go to sleep and that's when it's the hard time for you, just go to bed. I love it. I've just started giving myself permission to like get in bed, read, or I'll journal. But I'm usually really tired at night. And I know a lot of this has to do with my own health stuff. I just have my fatigue has been really bad and my physical pain's been bad. It's always bad when I travel too. I was up a lot last night, like every 2 or 3 hours, just hurting. And so tonight, when I'm back in my own bed, I just give myself permission to just enjoy it, right? One other thing I want to add, which I think I'll dive into a little more deeply. One day we'll have some subjects in the mornings if you guys want to hang around for a few minutes to learn. Stress. And I was reading something last night about some of the pain symptoms I have, and they're like, just control your stress. Easier said than done, right? I think, Paula, you're totally right. I think it is, we all know that stress is bad for us. It can do things to our physical health, our mental health. It can affect our sleep, right? But to just say, oh, just get rid of stress, it's not realistic. I've been working really hard on setting some new boundaries for myself so that I do eliminate some stress. But to be completely honest with you, I am in a period of great stress right now. I've had some family stuff bubble to the surface that I was not anticipating. And even though I know that all I can do is avoid it and work really hard to not be a part of it, it involves people literally like coming into my world and trying to say, like, I want you back in this space. And so trying to tune out that noise and literally set those boundaries without getting mad or stressed out and all of those things. Roberta, that's funny. It's hard. It's a hard commitment. And so even though I'm sticking to those boundaries, it's much easier to say, oh, I'm not stressed. I am stressed, right? But I'm doing everything that I can, I think, to control it. So I'm going to breathe today. I'm going to journal, which helps me a lot. It's the place where I can literally just say whatever I want and be like, I'm so mad right now. I'm so pissed off, or I'm sad, or I'm any of those things. And kind of acknowledge that that's fine, right? And sometimes they're just harder than others. Like what I'm going through is something that I hope by handling this now, this is not something that I have to continue to deal with over and over and over in my life, right? But there's just no getting around it, that sometimes life is hard and it's tricky. And even though I can, hi Deb, give myself a pat on the back for how I'm handling it, typically my triggers would be that I would have had wine, which I don't do anymore. But the second would literally be like the peanut M&Ms or making myself some ridiculous treat at 7 p.m. with what's in the cupboard of like melting chocolate chips and figuring out some way to make myself a silly sweet treat, right? So Roberta, way to throw them out. Sometimes it feels very wasteful to throw things out, but I realized I haven't thrown out my brown sugar yet. I took my white sugar and I made hummingbird food. My treat to the hummingbirds is that I use natural food coloring for them or none at all for their, and I make them homemade bird food because I don't like that they put FD&C red food dye in hummingbird food. I think it's mean to do to the hummingbirds. It's like I picture all these little hummingbirds with ADD because it's bad for us. So I made homemade bird food with hummingbird food with my sugar, and then I need to do something with the brown sugar. Just pour it down the drain. I mean, you guys, when we talk about wasting food on Earth, we're not talking about refined crap. Sugar and wine do the same things for our bodies, Holly. It's true. Nice temporary lift followed by a crash. You know what else it does is it ruins your sleep. And so, Paula, I know I'm a goofball. It ruins your sleep. All of those sugary things. Or if you're used to drinking alcohol every night, no judgment, by the way, if you're not quitting alcohol, we're all here to do our own things, but alcohol definitely affects your sleep cycles. And what I said is like by giving up alcohol and now sugar, the thing that's interesting is if I'm not sleeping well, I know it's because of the physical stuff I've got going on, and it doesn't have to do with these things that I can control. So it's very helpful for me to let go of those things so I can understand what's actually going on in my body, right? So that's it, friends. I want us to go out there and everybody give it the old college try today. Is that what they say? And let's check in with each other at 4 o'clock today when I do the cooking demo. If you're having a really hard time, don't be afraid to say it. I'll keep myself honest with you guys. One of the other things is I went downstairs and got coffee with oat milk that didn't have a bunch of crap in it, right? Those are the places where sugar hides. And this week I'm going to teach you too for next week how to make if you really like coffee or tea in the morning and you like something like a creamer in it, I'm going to teach you how I do mine with coconut milk and cashews and some spices and the tiniest bit of maple syrup. So it feels like a treat, but you're not loading it up with stuff. Deb, totally up to you if you want coffee or not. I'm not trying to get rid of everything. So like I said, if you are looking to get rid of refined sugar or you just want to lower refined ingredients, everything that I suggest is fine. I'm keeping coffee in my life. I'm just not adding sugar to it. I also try to have something in my stomach when I'm gonna, if I've got a really empty stomach and I drink caffeine, it's not the best thing for my blood sugar. So I try to do it with something else, right? Totally up to you. So it's just about you picking one thing you want to let go of and doing that one. So mine is refined sugar, but with that also means kind of refined ingredients, period, because even in things like bread rolls and stuff like that, they have sugar in them, right? And anything that they're going to refine is basically becoming a form of flour that is, like somebody mentioned, it's basically like, like Holly said, it's basically the same thing at that point, right? So up to you. You do you. And if you drink alcohol and that's not the thing you're letting go of, that's fine too. I think that January is just a great time to really think about when you enjoy things and how much. Again, if you're going to have alcohol or sugar, if those aren't your things you're giving up, it's always better to do that when you've got some solid vegetables and proteins in your system first. If you're drinking on an empty stomach, you tend to crash much harder. Okay, friends, I'm going to take another deep breath before I say goodbye. I like to take a big deep breath in for about 4 counts, and then I hold it for 4 counts, and then I let it go for 4 counts. You ready? I love it. Let's go make the best of this day together, okay? I can't wait to see some of you back at 4 p.m. Don't forget. Ooh, that's so cool, Kim. That's a great suggestion. Thank you. I'll see you at 4 o'clock. If you can't join us, Caitlin will be downloading all of these video segments for you, so you can go back and watch them in your account 1 or 2 days after they go live. They download, okay? So you can always come back and see anything that you missed. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Bye.